I'm Lola. I'm the opinions editor. Over the past weeks, our editorial board here at TheWave interviewed two candidates running for the Florida State House District 81, Yvette Benarroach and Charles Work. We asked both the candidates the same questions about very important topics that every Florida resident should be concerned about. With us, of course, being students and this interview being conducted in a school, a topic that was one of the biggest of our concerns was education. Because of this, education was the first topic we covered. One of the questions under this topic of education stated, schools across the state are going through catastrophic financial cuts, which result with struggles from staffing, from teachers to bus drivers, and even staff. How do you plan on aiding schools that are already struggling with funds? Republican candidate Yvette Benarroach responded with saying education is number one in her books and expressing how passionate she is on this topic.
Education is like number one in my books. I believe if we can fix the system, we fix a lot of the problems that we have, and we'll have better citizens, better human beings, and more successful people, whatever they want to do, because everybody's success means different to them. So I plan on tackling that because I do believe it is a problem and they deserve to get better paid.
Her main points to tackle include reducing stress and better wages, as she believes these two factors are the biggest setbacks for education and funding.
In middle school, I'm also a sub-teacher at the middle school, which I think is the hardest. Not for only for parents, but for students. And it's very stressful to be a teacher these days. It's very stressful to be a bus driver these days because you don't only have to drive a bus, but now you have to also babysit kids in the back of the bus, which is not very safe. So I think we need to definitely work on seeing ways where they can actually earn more money and just focus on what they need to be focused. Like the bus driver should be focused on driving a bus. Teachers should be focused on teaching and not really like dealing with these other issues that put stress on them. And then kids are very stressed, parents are very stressed, so everybody's very stressed. So I believe that's one thing.
Democratic candidate Charles Work, on the other hand, believes that the problem with schools should stay a local issue and that the worst thing we can do is pull a local issue to the state.
Obviously, the legislature has some role in that, and of course the localities, traditionally schools are controlled as locally as possible. One of the things that's disturbed me about the DeSantis administration is that he's pulled many issues that used to be local issues back to Tallahassee, or up to Tallahassee. They were never in Tallahassee in the first place. What I'm fearful of in terms of this pulling all authority to Tallahassee is that the local people will lose the ability to manage their own budgets, particularly for places like schools. So I think that this issue of funding schools should be a local issue. It should be managed by the local school districts.
With this, he still believes that on the locality level, that funding schools is the most important place our money can go.
The notion of not funding schools is possibly the worst possible mistake that any community can make. It's the future is what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And so if I were asked where we should give our money first in a locality, in any place, in any school district, it would be to the schools. That would be my first highest priority.
Awesome. Thank you.
Lola Green reporting for IMIA.